Around the Ozarks in 5. Brought to you by the Butterfly Palace and Rainforest Adventure, Adventure Cave Tours, and Talking Rocks Cavern. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And we made it to Friday. Congratulations, everybody. Today is Friday. The weekend begins. Hope you have a great final day of work. Maybe you have the day off. I don't know. But we're going to talk about some weekend stuff happening in the next couple of days. But first, let's start with news.
All right. Missouri Governor Mike Parson signed into law a bill that prevents doctors from performing surgeries on children to change their genders, as well as provide kids with hormones and medication to block puberty. It becomes law on August 28th. It also prevents taxpayer money through Medicaid to be spent on those things for adults. Also, Missouri Governor Parson signed legislation to prevent students who were born as males or boys from playing on female sports teams. Now, this starts at kindergarten and goes through college. The new legislation targets the schools at which they play. So if schools allow it, they could lose funding from the state. Now, there has been much debate, as you know, especially in individual sports like swimming, because athletes who were born male typically dominate those competitions. So Missouri becomes the latest in a string of states now legislating this issue.
Closer to home, the city of Branson is getting close to starting a construction on a brand new flood wall for the Compton Drive wastewater treatment plant. It will start in just a couple of weeks, actually, construction. The nearly $11 million project will be paid for with money from federal grants. That facility sits on Lake Taneycomo, and sometimes, the water gets high in Table Rock Lake. They have to release a lot from the dam, and it causes problems on Lake Taneycomo and threatens at least the wastewater facility. So the walls are going to be built to prevent problems if Lake Taneycomo floods. Several local organizations are cashing in on about $650,000 worth of grants. Some of the bigger ones include the Springfield Daily Citizen, which got $80,000, the History Museum on the Square getting more than $72,000, and Leadership Springfield, which gets about $62,000. That money comes from the Community Foundation of the Ozarks, the Jeanette Musgrave Foundation, and U.S. Bank Wealth Management.
All right. The state of Missouri is getting $1.8 million from a $102 million drug settlement. The settlement was a nationwide settlement with Indivior. Is that how you say it? Indivior, which anyway was accused of making small changes to their drug to keep the patent valid, yet avoid getting generic versions of it.
Okay.
So apparently you can't do that. And got caught.
Okay. And the states get paid. It's going to be a pretty nice weekend for us. 83 today, sunshine, maybe some rain tomorrow in spots, 40% chance, 60% chance of rain on Sunday. And then Monday's going to be like 80 degrees and maybe in the 70s for the high. So look out there. It's going to be sunny as well. Good weekend. Hope you have a fantastic weekend because there's, why not? You got days off, hopefully. Starting tomorrow is a day off. Branson will be celebrating our law enforcement officers. It's a whole week, so it runs through the 18th of June. Events are scheduled during that time to honor law enforcement members and their families all across the country. Special performances are planned by Shepherd of the Hills, the Showboat Branson Bell, Presley's Country Jubilee, the Duttons, and more. So lots of celebrations to honor our law enforcement. And this is cool. Silver Dollar City and Whitewater are offering free one-day admissions for law enforcement officers during that week and discounts for their families. So just give them a holler and see what they can do for you. But that's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right. Missouri State University's Tent Theater just released their latest lineup. It'll feature Anything Goes, Ken Ludwig's Bakersville, a Sherlock Holmes mystery, and The Prom. You can now see their schedule online on their website. This will also be their inaugural season in the new John Goodman Amphitheater. So you can find tickets online or at any Missouri State Tix box office.
Yeah, that's a great tradition in the Ozarks, is Tent Theater over at MSU.
61 years, I think. Is that right?
I don't know. It sounds like it because I know they've been doing it a while.
Yeah.
And I love how John Goodman came back. He's part of it. He put his name on it and helped them raise so much money
Yeah.
in the last few years.
What was
Yeah.
his name on Roseanne?
They're the Connors. I don't know his first name.
The Connors. Yeah, I was wondering their last name. It's been a minute, since I've seen that show. But yep.
One other thing this weekend, don't forget the Wall That Heals is in Springfield. It's over at Wesley United Methodist Church on Republic Road. It's open 24 hours a day, starting, it goes through Sunday at 2. So it is now open, and it is basically a replica, a traveling replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial wall that's in Washington, D.C. Very powerful. Even the traveling exhibit is very powerful when you see all those names and understand the sacrifice that each of them gave and their families. It's not just them, it's their families as well. They continue to give.
Yep.
So grateful for that being in town, and swing by with the kids. It's a great teaching moment to teach the kids about history.
Yep. They have a little education center. And then also thanks to all the volunteers, because it's volunteers who go out and man it during the time that it's here. So,
yep. Wesley United Methodist Church on Republic Road through Sunday.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for watching and listening. Be sure to share this with your friends. We'd love to have more people on board, and we'll see you Monday.